Has the most respected executive in franchise history just revealed the shocking truth behind his mysterious departure? The championship builder has finally broken his silence, and I'm about to expose explosive behind-the-scenes intel about Bobby Webster that nobody saw coming. What's up, Raptors Nation? Quick Court coming in hot with the most anticipated breakdown of the year. How exactly does a championship-winning executive go from hero to zero in ownership's eyes? We finally got what we've all been waiting for. Masai Ujiri speaking publicly for the first time since his shocking departure from the organization just a week ago. This Good Morning America interview revealed so much more than anyone expected, and we're breaking it all down right here. First off, let me say that Masai handled this with absolute class. When he sat down for that interview with Robin Roberts, you could hear the emotion in his voice as he said, "It's been 12 incredible years with the Toronto Raptors, and I'm so grateful and thankful for the opportunity. Fans, my family, colleagues, coaches, players, the owners, everybody has been incredible to me." You know what that tells me? This man is pure class, even when he probably has every right to be frustrated with how things went down. The way he said, "Toronto, I love you," you could feel the genuine emotion there. Think about it. We've seen other departing executives and coaches throw shade or create drama on their way out. Not Masai. He kept it professional and respectful, saying, "It's a great journey in my life, and it's time." Great things come to an end. What really stood out to me was how he discussed his future plans. When asked about whether he'd stay in the NBA, Masai gave us that classic diplomatic response we know him for. He mentioned it's day-to-day with the family and even jokingly asked the host, "Do you have a job for me?" But then he said something interesting. Right now it's day-to-day with the family. Honestly, it's time to really look at it from the top, and I know there are great things coming. What do you think he means by great things coming? Is he hinting at a return to the NBA with another franchise, or is he focusing entirely on his humanitarian work? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Now here's where things get controversial, and this is what's really got me fired up. The decision to part ways with Masai was made about a month ago, according to MLC CEO Keith Pelly. But get this, Masai stayed on through the NBA draft at his own request and even gave his endorsement of 9th overall pick Colin Murray Boyles before stepping away. That's the kind of integrity we're talking about right here. Speaking of that draft pick, let's talk about how this franchise is moving forward. The Raptors selected 20-year-old Colin Murray Boyles from South Carolina with the 9th pick, adding another defensive-minded forward to the roster. At 6'7" with a 7'1" wingspan, he joins Scotty Barnes as a long, athletic wing with the tools to switch, rotate, and cover ground across multiple positions. That's classic Raptors DNA right there. Length, defense, and versatility. But here's what caught my attention about Bobby Webster's role in all this. Webster was given a contract extension the same day Masai's departure was announced. And he'll be given the opportunity to interview for the president position along with external candidates. This isn't just a courtesy interview, fam. This man wants the job and has earned the right to be considered. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you want to stay updated on all the latest Raptors news. We're building something special here in Raptors Nation. Now, let's talk about what this transition really means for our future. Keith Pelly made it clear twice during his press conference that it was his decision to fire Masai, not a directive from Edward Rogers. But we all know there have been rumors about tensions between Masai and Rogers' ownership for years. Back in 2021, it was reported that Ed Rogers felt Masai's compensation was too high and argued that the Raptors could be managed with Webster's help. What's fascinating is how this organization has been built. Before Masai arrived in 2013, the Raptors were perennial losers who had won just one playoff series in almost 20 years of existence. This man completely transformed our franchise culture. He brought us our only championship in 2019, helped establish the WNBA team in Toronto, co-chaired the NBA's Social Justice Coalition, and spearheaded the construction of the OVO Athletic Center. But here's what's really important for us moving forward. Bobby Webster has been part of this success story since 2017. Webster has been a crucial part of the front office team that has overseen the most successful era in Raptors history. He's not just some random replacement. This man has been learning from one of the best executives in the game for over 7 years. Pelly emphasized that Webster is really respected around the league and has often been the spokesperson for key trades, key moves, and free agency deals. The man knows how to work the phones, knows how to manage the salary cap, and understands our organizational culture better than anyone else they could bring in from the outside. What's your take on this transition? Do you think Webster deserves the promotion, or should we be looking for a big-name executive from outside the organization? Drop your thoughts below. The fascinating thing is that this isn't necessarily the end of an era. It might be the evolution of everything Masai built. Masai's fingerprints are all over the organization, and his focus was on building a culture resilient enough to fight the good fight long after his departure. Looking at our current roster, we've got a solid foundation with Scotty Barnes, RJ Barrett, Emmanuel Quickley, Jacob Poeltl, and Grady Dick returning next season. Add Murray Boyles to that mix, and we're building something that could be special. The question is whether Webster can take what Masai built and elevate it to the next level. Pelly said the search for a new president will begin immediately, and they're looking for an experienced, prominent, strong, successful personality. But honestly, unless we somehow land a proven championship builder, Bobby Webster makes the most sense. He knows this organization inside and out, he's respected around the league, and he's been part of every major decision we've made over the past 7 years. This is a pivotal moment for our franchise, Raptors Nation. The Masai era officially ended, but the foundation he built is still here. The culture is still here. The championship mindset is still here. Now it's time to see who can take us to the next level. So there you have it, Raptors Nation. Masai's classy farewell, the real story behind his departure, and the beginning of what could be the Bobby Webster era. This transition marks the end of one chapter, but the potential beginning of another exciting one. Make sure you subscribe to Quick Court if you haven't already. We're your home for all the insider Raptors coverage you can't find anywhere else. What did you think about Masai's comments? Are you excited about the possibility of Bobby Webster taking over? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. We the North.